afternoon. Someone is watching this in morning. Good morning. You're watching at night. Good night. So, how are you today? I hope you're fine, and I decided to come here and know how you're doing. The last time on this show, I told us about how to stand out in the highly competitive market. And I remember I mentioned two things to explore for you to stand out. And I talked about your innovativeness. Yes, your innovativeness. Then I talked about your personality specifics. And I remember saying that your personality is made up of your physical appearance and the abstract part of your temperament and personality. I want to go back to it because I know you enjoyed that video. And in case you've not viewed it, please visit the channel, okay, visit it, view it, and make sure you share it. Today, I'm here to discuss with you something again that is important. And what's that? I just want to talk to writers. I know that everyone in today's world is a writer. At least everyone should be a writer. And maybe you're a writer and you're looking at me right now. And because the writing industry is already saturated and it's as if you're swallowed up, okay, into the industry. Like you are not able to stand out. And of course, I am the coach that helps you stand out. Like I teach you what to do to raise your head, you know, in a very crowded population. So today you're a writer and you want to stand out. There are a few things you need to do. One of them is drawing from personality specifics. I taught you last time. You need to write. Okay, you need to first think in the language that you are most familiar and you are most proficient in. Someone is talking about language, like Rachel, you're talking about language when we are talking about writing here. Hey, let me tell you something. When you talk about writing, it's expression of thought. Writing is an expression of thought using language. And guess what? In a situation where you want to stand out, it's not about whether you can write, but you're talking about standing tall in the word of writing. You've got to explore more things than just your thought. And what's that? The language of thinking. Because what you write is a thought expressed using language. So let's look at the thinking now. And what are we talking about? The language of the thinking. Probably you are looking at me and you know you are very fluent and comfortable with Hausa, but just because you write in English, you're trying to think it in English, and to write it in English. That's why you're just expressing thought without some innovativeness. Guess what? If you learn to think in the language you're most comfortable with, when you don't want to put it down, it's about converting it to the language of the writing. So, but for you to be able to sound unique, you need to first master the art of the thinking, and that is thinking in the language that you are proficient and comfortable with. Now, let me explain to you why you have to do that. Imagine if you're thinking in Igbo, for example. I'm an Igbo girl, so Igbo lady. I'm a married woman, so I'm not a girl. Don't call me a girl. Okay, so you are an Igbo person like me, and you're thinking, and probably you want to write, you're complaining about a situation in your heart. See, he can work audio. Okay, and you need to write this. You know, when you think like this, he can record it. You cannot come back and say, this thing has a video that is in pidgin, and of course you're not writing in pidgin. Having got it in the Igbo version, and probably you take it to the pidgin version, converting it to English now is not just about the translation, but you have to choose a word, a form, an expressive pattern that will not only convert the meaning, but other shades of meaning. For example, this is terrible. Okay? When you say this is just terrible. You know, if you say this is somehow, that's okay. If you say this is not good, that's okay. When you say this is terrible, that's okay. But when you say this is just terrible, believe me, there are shades of meaning you brought into this. And this is because you first conceived it in the language you're very familiar with. Do you understand? And now someone will say wallahi. Okay, we say wallahi, you know, I'm actually airing from Nigeria now, and so Hausa is actually a Nigerian language, and Igbo is also one of the Nigerian languages. And so when you say wallahi, for example, is it a word you get? Because the wallahi is like, come on, this is somehow. So when you want to translate it in English in your mind before you actually put it down, it's not just about, hey, you mean it? No, it's not just about you mean it. The wallahi, the expression, okay, of surprise has to come out out. Okay, it has to come out. Okay, and by coming out, you are expected to use an expression that will show you mean it, and that maybe that's weird. Do you understand? So the Hausa said wallahi, just as if you're just making an exclamation. But for you to convert it in English and still make sense, you don't come here and say wallahi. What do you say? You can say that's weird. Okay? Someone will now say what's weird? You can even explain. Just like if you say wallahi, and someone say what are you saying wallahi for? You now explain the reason. Is someone getting it? So it's important that you first think out what you want to write in the language you are most comfortable with and in the language you are most fluent with, okay? Because you have to be comfortable with it to be able to express yourself, freely, okay, without feeling anything. And you have to be fluent with it so that you be able to know how to express any kind of feeling in the language, okay? As I said, I'm an Igbo person, like I'm an core Igbo woman. I don't know what I want to say that I don't know how to say in Igbo. I don't know what that is. Anything that I want to say, I know how to express in the Igbo language because I am just very fluent in the language. And I am so comfortable in it. Igbo language is something I can speak anywhere in the US, in Australia, in Korea. Anywhere of the world, I can speak my Igbo language. The much I can do for you is I will translate after speaking. So get yourself to know the language you are most comfortable with and you are most fluent in, then you arrange your thoughts in that language. First, create the thought using the language. Expressing it will be much easy, of course, far easier, okay? So don't you anymore try to think out what you want to say using a language you are not yet a master in. All of us are told to speak the English language because we come from, some of us came from a Francophone country and a lingua English-based country, okay? So English language is our lingua franca, and so we all are struggling to speak the English language. But what if that's not the language you're fluent with? So even if you're writing, it will reflect that if at the end of the day, even if you have not recorded errors, you will find out that you have used expressions just the way they are. The way your idiolect is not reflected in it. Okay, so before I go, let me now discuss just what I mentioned now, the idiolect. When you write and you want to stand out in a saturated industry like writing, explore your idiolect. You know what's your idiolect? Your idiolect is a way of speaking that is particular to you. Like me, when I speak, I usually could say, okay, yeah, that's it. That's me. I don't usually say, that's it. Okay, and when I talk, I say, the way I'm opening my voice, the way I talk, the way my voice keeps fluctuating, going up and coming down. And so all these are part of my idiolect. And that's why, even in my writing, okay, I also observe that sometimes when I'm writing, I'll say, yeah, or yes. There are ways I speak, there are ways I write, there are ways I think, and when I write, I don't care who else is the world's recognized writer. I try to write in the manner I speak because I have a particular way I've noticed I speak. Usually you don't learn idiolect, you only notice this is the way you use language. And so when you notice that the case, you begin to speak and talk in that way. I don't know if you understand. Because if you don't get to explore your personality specifics in this manner, you be speaking like every other person. Do you get that right? And you don't need to be like every other person. You've got to stand out. With me, Rachel Gini-Katukonye-Maro, your inner pronora people's discovery and career coach, standing out is a must. Do you get? So, for us to stand out as writers, we've got to first think in the language you're most proficient and most comfortable with before you write. Two, you've got to explore your idiolect. In other words, the particular way of language use that is specific to you, that's unique to you, wherever that is. Some of us are philosophy writers. You know you're philosophy writers, but because your friends are students, they're young people, and they enjoy creative writing, and so you're like, let me do creative writing so they'll be able to flow. No, if you write philosophically and that's your pattern, go ahead and explore that. People who like it will rub that with you. So I want to end it here. Thank you so much for being with me. Believe me, I enjoyed speaking to you again today. And until we meet again, and make sure you enjoy your moment just as I am enjoying mine. Remember, I am Rachel Ogini-Kachukwuonye-Mairo, your Innopreneur People's Discovery and Career Coach. Don't go away without subscribing to this channel and make sure you share it to your friends. Until next time.